Hello and welcome to Infinite Promotions podcast. My name's Neil and I am joined by Infinite Promotions General Manager Mr. PL Dotson, who has kindly agreed to give us some time to talk about the next show, Merseymania, 22nd of November at Bootle Cricket Club. Mr. Dotson, how are you today?
Wonderful, Mr. Reid. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. What a fantastic opportunity this is for you.
Well, it is a good opportunity for myself, and I thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you. Um, First of all, are you looking forward to Merseymania?
Mr. Reid, of course, I'm looking forward to Merseymania. What a fantastic card of matches that I've managed to put together at great expense. I'm sure you'll understand that.
Oh, absolutely understand. Yeah, yeah. I'm not surprised. Well, I am surprised rather that you've not had to make tickets a bit more expensive for people.
Mr. Reid, this is just a mere drop in the ocean. In my first year as general manager of this wonderful promotion, steeped in history, might I add, look at the talent that we have got coming from across the country, nay, across the globe. I'm sure you'll agree that that has got absolutely everything to do with my vision, with my modus operandi, the way things are now. So, Mr. Reid, yes, there could be a little bit more for the concessions, the tickets, but I am magnanimous. Right at the heart of me, I'm actually a very kind man.
You do come across as a kind-hearted gentleman, to be honest.
Mr. Reid, should we get down to this, please? I don't need to be buttered up by the likes of you.
That's absolutely fine. I'm just trying to show my respect. First of all, shall we get into your actions at Hooters?
You'd like to start there, would you, Mr. Reid?
I
Well,
think we
but of course, by all means,
elephant in the room, as they say.
please do, please do quiz me on my actions.
I certainly will. Would you like to explain your actions? Was there any reasons behind? Well, I'm sure there was reasons behind what you did to Mr. Isaac North.
Mr. Reid, I'd like to give you a little history lesson. So I'm going to take you and your listeners back a mere 5 years ago. Within the first year of my career within this fantastic business that we call professional wrestling here in Britain. Now, Mr. Isaac North was my second ever match where I worked against Mr. North in front of a bevy of supportive and jeering Liverpudlian fans who I'm trying to just make my way in British wrestling. Isaac North embarrassed me. He bludgeoned me. He chopped me that hard, I felt my soul leave my body. Once I regained my faculties, it was too late. For you see, Isaac North, he nearly blinded me. He poked me in the eye and he hit me with a claymore kick so hard. Well, my jaw was still, around 2 or 3 weeks later, my jaw was still recovering. So I've kept that. And as I've ascended into this position of responsibility, I've been keeping my eye on Mr. North. Now, more recent history took us to Hooters. What a depraved place, but nevertheless, fantastic event for Infinite Promotions. Really, really swelling the cough there, if we will. So I'm going to keep promoting there in Hooters. Fantastic view, as Mr. Seven once said. And Isaac North at the interval is shaking hands with people. He's giving t-shirts away. That is not the antithesis. That is not the typification of a monster. That is merely a man masquerading behind paint. He is a shadow of his former self. Now, 5 years ago, I was terrified of Isaac North. I'm no longer scared of Isaac North. Isaac North needs to be scared of me. For you see, I have ascended not just to power, but I have ascended in my own right to become the monster of Infinite Promotions. I could finish Isaac North and his career in Infinite Promotions with a mere click of my fingers. And yet, for the nature of form, and sport. I made the challenge to Isaac North that I can show you and anyone else who doesn't believe that PL Dotson, the wrestler, the savage gent, the person I have always been, is not afraid of Isaac North. PL Dotson is the man who, along with the best heavyweight in all of British wrestling, Mr. Mickey Barnes, shaved a man in Hooters. So yes, there is the explanation of my action.
So, do you think that basically, well, sorry, what I'm trying to say is that you're saying that Isaac North deserves everything that he's got.
Out my faculties. For you see, for Infinite Promotions to continue, I do need to continue to become this person I'm showing everyone to be, that I am a monster.
So, is that you're more of a monster than Isaac North was 5 years ago?
Mr. Reid, I'm going to let my actions do the talking. We are going to put whoever PL Dotson was, that person desperate for people to love him, consign him to history, as I will consign Isaac North, the Wraith of Wargrave, to the history of Infinite Promotions. Funnily enough, just as I have to Aaron Martin, a man I beat fair and square, I may add, in an impromptu match with a mere headlock takeover. Have we seen Aaron Martin since? No, we have not. But you see, I am going to continue to morph Infinite Promotions, to mold it, if you will, in my image. And that starts, unfortunately, with Isaac North.
So, I think Isaac North's got a little bit of a tough time ahead, would you say?
Tough time, Mr. Reid. I've seen Isaac North put himself through pain, through torture, through torment. But all those are physical things. All those are things that in which he can recover. I've not seen Isaac North. I've not heard from it. Well, there was a small little bit of promotional material that I believe that was meant to scare me. That was put out by one of the other gentlemen at Infinite Promotions. That doesn't scare me. He has got a tall order ahead of him, and that is you're better. The savage gent, the loquacious leviathan, the harbinger of the headbutt. I am everything that everyone says I am, and I will be victorious on the 22nd of November at Merseymania.
Do you not regret your actions at all?
Regret. Regret is for the weak, Mr. Reid. I own everything that I do. I do not regret a single thing that I've done in my life. Mr. Reid, actions do have consequences. And we don't have to consider the fact that I shaved Isaac North's head. Both he and ruthless Rob Drake embarrassed me the last time that we were there at Bootle Cricket Club in front of the Bootle bottom feeders. So no, I don't regret anything. I own my actions. I am the master of my fate. I'm the captain of my soul. I am the general manager of all of Infinite Promotions, and I will continue to be. For you see, this is my modus operandi, and this is just how things are now.
That is pretty much the answer I was expecting. To be totally honest, I don't think you've shown much regret or remorse with what you've done to Mr. North. With you mentioning obviously your mold and Infinite Promotions into something going forward, do you think can the Infinite Promotions fans trust where you're taking the promotion? Do you do
Trust,
you eh,
trust. Infinite Promotions in the near almost 1 year since I've been in charge of Infinite Promotions has gone from strength to strength. Now, the only thing that Infinite Promotions fans probably shouldn't have trusted was maybe the benevolent, smiling general manager character that I was trying to play, that I was trying to portray. For you see, Infinite Promotions has shareholders, and I was asked in a particular way to toe the line, if you will. Now, since Infinite Promotions has become even more successful than it's ever been, I have gained a little bit of credit with the board, shall we say. So I'm allowed to carry on to behave in a manner which I see befitting. So, yes, I think the Infinite Promotions fans are seeing the real PL Dotson again, almost a new version of the Savage Gent. So, yes, they can trust you're better. They can trust me to be honorably dishonest in everything that I do.
Do you have their best interests in heart? Are the Infinite Promotions fans the most important people involved with Infinite Promotions, would you say?
Mr. Reid, let me ask you this. Do you think that the Infinite Promotions fans are the most important part of Infinite Promotions? Are they the reason for its success?
I would say
Let
they.
me stop you right there.
Okay.
I am the reason for Infinite Promotions success. Since its return, this promotion has gone from strength to strength. It is a destination for wrestling in this country right now. You talk about Infinite Promotions with pride in your chest, your chin high. It is because of people like me and our board of directors that Infinite Promotions has grown to become the destination for wrestling in this country. Now, the mouth breathers are along for the ride, if you will, but nevertheless, importance goes to the important people. The weak, well, they survive to support the strong.
But without the fans, is any wrestling promotion really anything? You need the fans there. I understand you with the matches you're putting on, with the talent you're getting in, and like you say, it is mainly down to yourself. Without the fans there, there's
You
there's
um you
there's
make an
no.
interesting point, Mr. Reid. You make an interesting point. And even I, the vagabond-hearted gentleman that I am, the forever villain that I believe that I'm going to be cast to be, has noticed a smattering of support for your better, which, although unnecessary, does bring a little smile to my face. So yes, I'm sure the fans coming in their swathes, coming in the large numbers are quite the important factor for Infinite Promotions. You make an interesting point. Come one, come all, let's say, on the 22nd of November at Bootle Cricket Club, all will be welcome to my masterpiece of Merseymania.
So essentially, the fans are the most important people there.
Please don't put words in my mouth.
My apologies. My apologies. Leads us on to you have a match with Mr. Isaac North at Merseymania. Do you not have any sort of worries? Are you concerned?
Trepidation. No, no, Mr. Reid. I don't have any concerns or trepidation. Ask PL Dotson of 2 months ago. Ask PL Dotson of 2 years ago. Ask PL Dotson of 5 years ago. Would you be scared? Would you have worries of facing the Wraith of Wargrave, this man who has been a constant in Infinite Promotions, a wraith, a phenom, if you will? Ask that person. He would be terrified. Ask me now. I fear no man, and he is just a man.
Can you guarantee it will be a fair one-on-one matchup? I know Mickey Barnes is going to be at the show.
Ah, Mr. Barnes. Well, Mr. Barnes will be in combat that evening as well. He is involved in a contestation of his own, so he may have other things to worry about. But needless to say, my modus operandi is far and wide. We haven't even spoken about my boys, the Violent Gentleman Society themselves, Mr. Tommy Jackson and Mr. Casey Payne, who are at this point far and wide over this country doling out my particular kind of wrestling education. So maybe you'll see the OGVG and the Pain King as well. They're never far away from my thoughts, and maybe even maybe never far away in their person. So
Can
no,
you
I won't answer your question about whether it'll be a fair contestation. Maybe ask Isaac North. Maybe ask Isaac North, the man who is known for his proclivity for hardcore wrestling, a pox on my Infinite Promotions. People who use weaponry should be, honestly, should be stricken from my Infinite Promotions.
so no weapons involved in this matchup then I take it?
No, Mr. Isaac North will not be allowed to use any weaponry in his match with your GM, your better PL Dotson.
How about yourself? No weapons for you as well?
Would you like to ask the next question, please, Mr. Reid? Time is pressing.
Time is of the essence. Speaking of Mr. Barnes, you did state he's got a match. He has a match in against Mr. Joe Kessler,
Indeed.
and
The Cyber
also
Slayer himself. What a fantastic presentation that young man brings to my Infinite Promotions. Well, he's going to have his hands full, isn't he?
he will have his hands full certainly, but I understand it's actually going to be a three-way match.
Wonderful.
So
Wonderful, isn't it? Not only are we blessed with the presence of Trent Seven at Merseymania, but Mr. Seven is going to handpick his own, his boy, if you like, his own choice to go into a match with my Kaiju Killer, the heavyweight king, Mr. Barnes. What a horrendous idea that is for Mr. Seven. He's going up against my heavyweight king and the cyber slayer himself, Joe Kessler. Heaven forbid something happens to that young man or woman involved in that match.
it could be interesting, and that's all due to a Trent Seven seminar which takes place before the show.
Wonderful. Yes, of course, speaking to every male, female, and everyone in between who participates in British wrestling at the moment. Come one, come all. Contact us at Infinite Promotions. Get your name on that list. Get yourself in front of Trent Seven, the the man from Mustache Mountain himself. Show your worth and good luck to you.
Good luck indeed. I wouldn't like to come up against Joe Kessler and Mickey Barnes as well. Sorry,
Of course.
and Mr. Barnes.
Of course.
And we've also got going to be crowning new tag team champions.
At great expense, might I add. Have you seen our tag team gold, our tag team championships? They are absolutely beautiful. They are
I
beyond reproach.
I haven't caught a glimpse of them yet. I don't believe I'm important enough to be showing the goods before everyone else.
Mr. Reid, they are fabulous. Please make sure you take a number of pictures. They'll be the closest you or the likes of you ever get to that kind of tag team gold.
Well, I mean, I'm not a wrestler. I'm not a competitor, so that you're correct. It's closest I'll ever get.
Maybe you could have a little photograph with them, as the other mouth breathers do.
I will make sure to get one before the show. I don't want to have to pay. FTM versus Act Two.
Both teams have drawn my contempt in recent months. Let the less spoken about FTM, the better. In a championship warm-up match, shall we say, and let's maybe say a little bait and switch to make everybody think that PL Dotson was really hurt and that he was having a bad time and him and Mr. Barnes we were at odds and Mr. Barnes was asking for more money. Mr. Barnes was, however, asking for more money. Oh, of course. Of course, everybody thought that modus operandi might have been on the ropes that evening. Well, we saw what happened after that little match with FTM, didn't we? Two gentlemen who have grown on me, let's say, in Critchy and Tom McCall, but they will have their hands full with the fantastic team of Act 2, a highly polished tag team unit. My goodness, they are not just the future of tag team wrestling in Infinite Promotions, they are the now. What a fantastic event this is going to be.
You're doing an exceptional job of selling this show. I really do appreciate all the words you're saying. Um,
Do you understand all of the words that I'm saying, though, Mr. Reid?
a few of them, some of them seem to be going over my head a little bit, but I'll look them up later on. That's absolutely fine.
Wonderful. Please do. And if any of them need explaining for the likes of you or any of your other little listeners, please do let me know.
We'll put a description of some of the words in the
Wonderful.
captions, just so everyone knows. Now, I understand there's a special opponent for Lana Austin.
Yes, at great expense, as mentioned earlier, and a, a an announcement that's just I couldn't even. I'm so excited I couldn't even speak. An announcement that has just been made today with Lana Austin and her co-champion at her side, Holly Barlow, defending the Infinite Promotions Women's Championship against Emerson Jane.
Think Lana might be in for a bit of a tough evening there.
Now, whilst I don't sanction the tomfoolery that Emerson Jane gets up to with some of her hardcore proclivities, I have been absolutely impressed with Miss Jane. Not just a national, but an international sensation. The Madonna of the death match. Maybe that name might need a little work for Infinite Promotions, but she is tenacious, battle tested, and surely going to be part of cementing women's wrestling at the heart of Infinite Promotions, a destination for all women across the globe to come and contest.
We are certainly looking forward to having Emerson at Bootle Cricket Club. November 22nd, there are tickets still available. Speaking of sanctioned and unsanctioned, I understand there's a little bit of an issue with one Mr. Lewis Johnson and Mr. Sam Gradwell.
A little bit of an issue, Mr. Reid. Let me tell you this. My phone has not been out of my hand this week. For you see, every single one of my licensed referees within Infinite Promotions have said that they will not officiate this match. Now, whilst I appreciate Lewis Johnson embracing his savage side, Mr. Gradwell has just returned from knee surgery. Mr. Gradwell has my utmost respect for his return to British wrestling. And Lewis Johnson, well, even I would say he may have crossed the line a little. So I must separate PL the wrestler from the administrator in me. This match will not and cannot be contested under the legislation or the jurisdiction of my Infinite Promotions. But I do want to see them beat the bloody hell out of each other. Therefore, I decree that if this match does go ahead, it will not be under Infinite Promotions rules. It will not be under my control. It will be unsanctioned.
So, do you have a referee for the match? Because obviously, understandably, the referees at Infinite Promotions don't want to be involved. We've seen injuries, we've seen people get physically assaulted,
At
which,
great expense. I didn't remember me talking a little bit about money earlier. Well, it's not just on the bringing in of talent, it's on the bloody insurance that's attached to Infinite Promotions.
the
Needless to say, we are managing, but Mr. Johnson does maybe need to, how they say, rein it in a little. So both of these gentlemen are going to be able to lobby for their own choice of official for this evening's or that evening's event. Um, of course, I will have the deciding vote on this, but I will put all and every suggestion to the board, and we will have ourselves an unsanctioned match.
The expense that you keep mentioning, is this personal expense or is this from the shareholders and not yourself?
Mr. Reid, I wasn't briefed about coming on and discussing finances with you on this podcast. I am merely here to explain, to retort, to narrate some of the goings on within Infinite Promotions in recent times. Please don't ask me about money again.
No, understandable. I will make a note of that. Thank you very much. So we do have the Infinite Promotions Lineal Heavyweight Championship matchup, which is champion Scott Oberman against challenger Rob Drake. You're, I'm assuming Rob Drake's in the same boat as Isaac North for yourself. You're not a big fan?
Whilst I cannot and would not ever discredit Mr. Drake, ruthless Rob Drake, in his abilities within British wrestling, yes, you would be right. He embarrassed me in front of the disgusting mouth breathers of Bootle, the Bootle bottom feeders. The last time we had a contestation, myself and Mr. Barnes just trying to connect as a team. You've got to understand, Mr. Drake has caused some small rifts between me and Mr. Barnes at that time. Mr. Barnes questioning his involvement in my modus operandi. So yes, I do have a little bit of contempt towards ruthless Rob Drake. However, that lineal championship is very, very close to my heart. Well, you must understand that legacy is important. The history of Infinite Promotions is important to me. Some of those gentlemen who've held that amazing, fantastic lineal championship, from that man Joey Hayes through to Danny Hope, two gentlemen who have not just inspired the Savage Gent, but need to be admired for everything that they have done. They, amongst everybody else who have been involved in Infinite Promotions, including John Kenny, do need to be respected. Now, Mr. Oberman has been a fine champion for my Infinite Promotions as of yet. Maybe a little bit long on the entrance, shall we say, but cannot discredit his skills. A champion across the UK in everything that he does. Some of the hardest hitting contestations will be held between people like Scott Oberman and ruthless Rob Drake. And I am here to see it.
I do think Mr. Scott Oberman has sort of got his entrance down to a T. It's a little bit shorter than it was. But do you think with an entrance like that, do you think that gets into the head of his opponent waiting in the ring for such a long time?
Listen, there is no one. There is no, you're speaking to a lord of entrances, a man who is as grandiose as the next man, who understands that the performative nature of what we do brings either the smiles or the cries on the faces of the young and the old. Yes, Mr. Oberman does need to get down to business a little faster, but he does have that psychological advantage, the real thing. The amount of people who come to me and ask me, PL or GM, what is the real thing? My answer is thus: whatever Scott Oberman deems it to be is what it is. He is the real thing.
It certainly is. Should be a very, very interesting matchup. Moving on, we do have a gentleman making his debut next week against Mr. Liam Carr, Vusic. Do you know much about Vusic? Have you seen him about?
Mr.
That's,
Reid, you
apologies, that's a bit
understand,
of a it seems to be a bit of a silly question. I know how much of a student of the game you are, so I'm assuming you do know
student
much.
of the game.
Well,
Mr.
more of
Reid,
a teacher of the game
just
now.
just remember, I was just to remember who you're speaking to.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I have scouted Mr. Vusic far and wide, up and down this country. Mr. Vusic is quite the competitor, a man whom I have been eyeing for some time. A fantastic addition to the Infinite Promotions ranks, and who knows, even my next capture as part of my modus operandi. He would definitely fit the bill, wouldn't you say?
Certainly would. You need that sort of technical prowess in there. The people you've got in there at the moment are all heavy hitters.
He does
So,
bring something else to the table, doesn't he? But let's not forget to mention Mr. Liam Carr. He now refers to himself as the Scouse Nomad. Blood boots, Liam Carr. Quite the change from the Liam Carr I once met. A technical man himself. Someone himself who has now embraced that hard-hitting style. Someone who I believe has really cowboyed up, shall we say, since his recent tours of Canada and America. He's going to have to bring some versatility against that mighty, impressive young man known as Vucic.
absolutely. I'm sure he's learnt a lot while he's been in Canada. Grueling tours. Think what, 2 months, 3 months long a time?
It, it pales into insignificance for the rest of the evening, shall we say?
Sounds like you've got one or two things up your sleeve.
Always.
Speaking of which, I can see you've got your board behind you with Seven versus Jacobs.
Ah,
Leads us
just
nicely
about to
into
say, don't you
the
dare look at the plans of PL Dotson. But yes, a contest for the ages, round two, if you like, in Mr. Trent Seven, the man from Mustache Mountain, against, let's say how it is, my Infinite Promotions heavyweight champion, Northwest Strong himself, Luke Jacobs.
your champion. Would you say the fans' champion?
No, I
No.
would say that Mr. Jacobs is my champion, almost harking back to the days of the NWA heavyweight champion, a man who I see fit. I have bestowed that heavyweight championship, those opportunities to Mr. Jacobs. And could anyone say that he has disappointed? No, he has excelled in everything that he has done.
He certainly has. He seemed to have had a little bit of change of heart over this year. He seemed to have a little bit of an attitude change.
It's the return of Mr. Ethan Allen, I think, has maybe swayed Mr. Jacobs' thoughts and feelings towards maybe the Infinite Promotions fans, towards his own ability to carry that title. Mr. Jacobs is absolutely the right man to carry that title for Infinite Promotions. He is a champion across the UK. Surely a man to be reckoned with. But I must, at this time, give Mr. Seven his flowers, shall we say, in that Trent Seven himself was partly the inspiration for a much younger PL Dotson to leave behind his many other sporting accolades and take up the baton of British wrestling, of strong style wrestling, of technical British wrestling. And I am the man who sits before you today. Mr. Seven has been inspirational in everything that I have done so far. He and other fantastic British wrestlers have really paved the way. So I will sit absolutely on the fence for this fantastic contestation at Merseymania on the 22nd of November. Both men will be absolutely the right man to take that championship moving forward. So much so, and at great expense, I have banned Ethan Allen from ringside, making sure that this contestation will be a one-on-one and we will have the best man at the end of it.
There's more about the expense again you mentioned. So it's cost you money to make sure Ethan Allen doesn't get involved.
Ethan Allen did, shall we say, require a little bit of persuasion not to uh, give us his presence that evening.
Is that an accusation of bribery?
Heaven forbid. Heaven
No,
forbid. Next question, please, Mr. Reid.
you wouldn't do such a thing, would you? No, absolutely not. One last question I have for yourself. We've run through the card. What does being the GM of Infinite Promotions give you a sense of pride? Is that something you feel for the whole of the promotion, including the fans?
The wiser men have said pride comes before a fall. So I do make sure that I measure pride and trepidation with equal measure, in that Infinite Promotions is in its infancy. Since its past glories, it has become mine. It has been molded into mine image. Yes, I am at the behest of a board of directors, of gentlemen who are going to help me make further decisions. But yes, a sense of pride, recognition for everything that I have brought to Infinite Promotions. It does. It fills me with pride.
It
And
seems
I
so.
will be even more prideful on the 22nd of November. For you see, this is my Infinite Promotions. And I can do anything.
Very true. You do have a sense of sort of a sense of power about yourself. Do you have any plans going forward after Merseymania?
Mr. Reid, I think it's really important that we take small steps before we start revealing other things to the fans of Infinite Promotions, as you have so cardinally put that yes, they are our fans. Um, I do have a number of announcements to make post Merseymania, but why tell everyone everything right now? There will be a number of announcements made after Merseymania, and I will be the man to continue to take Infinite Promotions forward.
Understandable, understandable. You don't want to give people too much of a good thing.
No, I do not.
No, absolutely not. Any final words before we wrap up? Any final thoughts about how you think the show's going to go?
Any final words? Well, look at the position we are in. Right at the end of the year. Merseymania is but a mere 7 days away. You can actually taste the anticipation in the air. Oh, you can smell that. It's absolutely important. It is necessary. I demand that if you have bought a ticket or you are considering buying a ticket, that you get to Infinite Pros. You come to Bootle Cricket Club on the 22nd of November for my Merseymania. Fantastic, hard-hitting, technical prowess for both male and female wrestlers. A destination for all things British wrestling. I am so proud to be the general manager, and I am absolutely guaranteeing that you will see the end of Isaac North, the Wraith of Wargrave.
Nothing like ending on a positive note. Mr. Dotson, I would like to thank you very, very much for giving us your time. If you are on the fence about getting a ticket, you can grab them from Infinite Promotions. Head over to the Instagram page, link in the bio. 22nd of November at Bootle Cricket Club. Mr. Dotson, thank you very, very much.
Mr. Reid, as always, the pleasure was all yours.
Certainly was.